Hello. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. But I could hear the music. I could hear the music when it first started, but I can't hear your audio. No, I can't hear you. Don't leave me stranded. Ah. You haven't got the mute button on, have you? Log off, log back in. Okay, I'll leave the studio and I'll come back. No, I can't hear you. You know when the title music came on, I could hear that, uh, but I can't hear you. That's strange. You can hear me. I can't hear you. Why didn't you ask someone if someone's watching? Can they hear us? Can you hear? Can you hear me, Saleh, or can you hear Loretta? We're having a bit of problem with the sound. Oh, I think I'm on my own. Okay, still live. Okay, here on Facebook on the Positive Entrepreneurs Group. Welcome to the Wednesday mindset session with Loretta. I think Loretta will be back any second now. Just having a few teething problems. We're going to be talking about emotions. This month is Emotions Month, where we're going to be talking about how to manage your emotions. And this is a classic time when a bit of confusion here in the studio, and managing emotions can be quite tricky. But I've done this before, so we're okay. Hope everyone's okay out there at this time. We're in a time of a bit of uncertainty around the world. That's an understatement, isn't it? So I'll wait for Loretta. If anybody's got any questions, I'd love to answer the questions. Let's have a look. There's a question coming through. Okay. So somebody has asked about managing failed relationships in business and how we can overcome failed relationships in business. Well, at the end of the day, we might be in a partnership with someone or in a business partnership, and when it does go wrong, it can affect us at quite a deep level. And I think one of the key points for us to remember is we often focus on the negative. So we might focus on rejection. Rejection is something that when we feel it, we feel it at the core. We feel at the core. And people often say to me, how do I get over rejection? Well, we're always thinking about us rather than what the other person is thinking. And rejection is often just one door closing so you can keep moving forward down the corridor of life. And I always visualize a corridor with all these different doors opening. And these doors are literally doors for opportunity, or for want of a better phrase, windows of opportunity. We can move forward. And when one door closes, it's not a problem. It's then we're looking at where can we, where and how can we move forward? So rejection for me is not a problem. If anybody out there has a problem with, for example, rejection, and has a problem with overcoming that rejection, remember it's on you in terms of the quicker you can overcome that. It's like dusting yourself up and moving on. I remember years ago, I'll tell a quick story. When I was training to be an optometrist, and we do a degree in college, and then after that we have to spend 1 year training in a practice, training in a clinic or a practice. And I was rejected in so many, when I was applying for that 1 year, it's like an internship. And I was applying and I was rejected by practically every time I'd applied, every place I'd applied, and I was, I guess I was feeling rejected. However, what I thought was at the time, I was in my late 20s. I thought, no, I'm not. Okay, these are rejections, but something good is going to come up. Something good is going to come up. And I focused on that. I kept focusing on something good coming up. Something good will happen. And I was calm. I was managing my emotions. Or now I look back, I was doing that. And I learned a lot about myself. I was calm in the face of rejection, and doors closed to me. And one day, just before the start date, an ophthalmic practice gave me an interview, a position, and I went there and I absolutely loved the place. In fact, it was better than any other ophthalmic place I'd ever seen. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And to this day, I always remember that when doors close, there will be a door opening that you can overcome. So when we can apply that same principles and logic in business, how we train our mindset to start new partnerships in business, even after we've had rejections or we've had bad experiences. What can happen is we've got something in our system called the blueprint, and this produces the way we think and feel. I might have talked about this before. Let me share a screen with you. I can share the screen. Yeah, I can share the screen. Woohoo! Right. I'm just going to share a screen with you and show you. Okay, this is all unplanned, by the way, because Loretta is taking a break. I will drive this vehicle forward. Right, okay, if I can find the blueprint process for you. It's on my, there it is. Fantastic. Fantastico. Right, okay, we're in business. Right, so I'm going to share the screen with you, and I'm going to show you the blueprint. Okay, so this is the blueprint. I'm going to go from a mindset perspective. Our blueprint produces our thoughts, creates feelings and behavior. So whenever we have a bad experience, okay, it goes into this thing called the blueprint. It goes into the blueprint and it causes us to think and feel a certain way. And what happens is we get this feeling of doubt. So we get this feeling of doubt, which may then stop us to go into other partnerships. Let me just bring up, I'm just going to bring up a slide deck I've created. It's for something totally different, but hopefully you'll get what I'm talking about. This slide deck is for a webinar I've created. Nothing to do with this webinar. However, where is it? Where is it? Right, okay. Confidence. Oh, no. Aha, this slide. Okay, so this is all off the cuff here, by the way. So when we, in life, when we have, say, failed partnerships, failed business arrangements, and we are constantly feeding this center that we call the blueprint. And the blueprint basically creates the way we are if we're confident or we're not confident. Our blueprint creates our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. And if there's a problem with our emotions, feelings and emotions, or a problem where we're thinking, it's something that's happened in the blueprint. And this is something that I'm really passionate about sharing with you guys, because when we have a case where we've had problems in partnerships, so you might have had a partnership which has gone wrong, and this is affecting your confidence or affecting your judgment, or you're not trusting the next person. Now, think about this now. We've got 3 centers of thinking. You might say, hold on, I thought I only had 1 center of thinking, my brain. Well, actually, science is now finding out that this thinks, our brain thinks. Our heart has something called heart intelligence. Now, the Institute of Heart Math in California has proven that the heart and the brain actually work in conjunction, and they both have electromagnetic activity, so they work together. But they also work in conjunction with another part of your body, and that's your tummy area. We notice in your tummy area when you get butterflies or you get anxiety here. So what we do is we need to connect the 3 up. When we're feeling disconcerted, when we're feeling nervous, when we're feeling unable to trust ourselves, remember that your gut feeling is literally your gut feeling. It's never wrong. This is often wrong. Your brain is often wrong. It overthinks, clearly overthinks. But your gut feeling is something which is never wrong. So if you've had previous bad experiences with business partners and you're thinking about going into another partnership and you're worried about what's happened, trust your gut feeling. It's something that I do personally. When I meet someone, when I'm in business with people, I always trust my gut feeling and run with that. I would never overthink it. Because if you start overthinking it and nitpicking, you'll often unravel and pick apart all the good stuff. And you then can't make a decision. And business is about making decisions. So if anybody out there is, say, starting a new business, a new partnership, and they're thinking about, what do I need to do to move forward? The first thing I would do is obviously have conversations with that other person. Have conversations, look them in the eye, and you can develop a keen sense of awareness. When we develop our own awareness, our ability to detect the goodness, good or bad, in someone, and the goodness in someone, we can detect whether they'll be a good fit for us, because it's all about finding out, is that person a good fit? We can't do that. We can't make that decision if we are clouded up there, if our judgment is clouded. And our judgment gets clouded potentially by previous events, previous disappointments, previous feelings of being let down, rejection. And if we overplay that, that then lights up a part of our blueprint and causes us to overthink instead of actually being more aware consciously of the other person. And you might save yourself a world of pain by not going into partnership with that person, or you might have missed an opportunity. So I will say interact with your gut feeling, interact with it. Does anybody have any questions about what I've just said, or any other question they want me to answer in terms of managing emotions in business? Is Loretta in the house? Does Loretta want to ask me any questions? Hey! Oh, you're still not there. Your audio's gone. Ah, that's okay. I'm sorry, I'm not a lip reader. I wish I could. Do you want to type in the chat box any kind of feedback or questions? I'm really happy to answer. As what I said, was that pertinent to tonight's conversation? It's almost 20 past midnight here, by the way, everyone, as usual. I'm not sure why you can't hear me. Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I'm not sure either. How could someone begin to trust people again when they've experienced bad? How could someone begin to trust people again when they've experienced bad partnership? Yeah, I mean, as I just mentioned, when you get something, if it's the same person who's let you down, are you talking about the same person or someone new? Someone new. Okay. Well, you know, if you have difficulty trusting people again when you've experienced bad partnerships, then the onus is on you, really. It's not on that person to prove to you. The onus is on you to really find out. You've obviously got disappointment and trust, I would say, issues that you could overcome. Whoever's looking to do this, it's really looking to open up and be open to new partnerships, because you could be doing yourself a disservice by actually not collaborating with someone else in a partnership. And this is all about everyone. Everyone's on their own journey, number one. Number two, everyone's different. So just because someone let you down in a partnership doesn't mean the next person will. But what you'll do is you'll completely cloud your judgment if you're still thinking about the past. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is you could be still stuck in the past because you're still perhaps hurting and you haven't let go. As the saying goes, let it go. You know, let it go. That's read my book. It's called Let It Go, and that's exactly what it talks about, which is you've got the opportunity to, if you can let go. What it literally means is, imagine you're handcuffed, but imagine this is your hand, and this is the hand of the person who maybe hurt you, rejected you, whatever in the past. By letting go, you're letting go of them. And that could be forgiveness, not condoning. Forgiveness is not condoning what they did was right, but it's just saying, I'm letting you go now. And focusing on new opportunities. Because, for example, Everyone's been let down by someone at some time in their life. And if you just carry that in your mental backpack, you're just going to be weighed down forever. So it's in your best interest to home in, I would say home in on your gut feeling, on how it'll go. Of course, you'll have barriers. You'll have to close this out because my volume's being okay. Right, fantastic, everyone. They hope you've enjoyed today's show, and please reach out, like, share the show, and yeah, I'm on at 6 a.m. tomorrow, where I'm doing the Let It Go. Actually, it's based on my book, the Let It Go Challenge, and that's on that's on Instagram, and I will post it on the group as well, on the Positive Entrepreneurs group. So yeah, fantastic, and hopefully both of us will be in stereo sound next week. Awesome. But until then, it's been a pleasure. See you later. Bye now.